Hey, yo, what's going on, you guys? Tucker here with a brand new video. We got Toxin. It just came out today, the brand new Series 5 card. You guys are thinking, you're playing Toxin and Bounce. Probably that's the general home for Toxin, but we got a different iteration of Bounce that we're going to be playing today. We're going to be playing some Anni Bounce, some good old Annihilus Werewolf Bounce instead of just Hitmonkey Bounce. Let's go ahead and jump into what Toxin does, and then let me show you guys the deck that we're going to be working with today. So as you can see on screen, Toxin is a 2/1. On reveal, return the other cards here to your hand, plus 2 power for each card returned. Think of if Wolfsbane and Beast combined into one card, that would be what you have here. Of course, this only returns on revealed cards. It does not return cards that have not been on revealed, and it does not give them the -1 cost like Beast does. But it's another enabler to allow you to slam these cards down on the board again. You're probably going to see this with some Black Swan. Today, you're going to be seeing it with Werewolf and some Annihilus packages. Which let me go ahead and show you guys what we're going to be working with, and then I'm going to break down each card individually. All right. So this is going to be the deck. We have Toxin, but more toxic because you are playing a little bit of Clog. You're playing your Annihilus. You're playing your junk list. And you're throwing stuff to your opponent's side of the board. It's not going to be more of a bounce list. It's more of a just Werewolf bouncing himself opposed to you returning a bunch of cards to your hand. But Toxin is in this list to enable you to be able to do your 1-drops again, potentially do a Falcon again as well to get those 1-drops to go off again. So multiple iterations there. You have Beast also to send cards back to your hand. And I'm also kind of thinking if you don't have a Annihilus in your hand, you can use Toxin to throw the Void back into your hand in case you just can't send it over with Viper or with Annie, or you can't Cersei it. So it's another just out there. You're not using this in such a way maybe to get Toxin huge or to enable a final turn Hitmonkey kind of play. But you're using this as a couple different ins and outs to enable you to do more Werewolf things as well, is what I was thinking. But let's go ahead and jump into why we have each card in this list individually. So, of course, we're playing Annihilus. Why would we not have the Hood? We got Viper in here. There's another 1-drop. You can Falcon back into your hand. You could Beast this back into your hand. It's an on-reveal card for Werewolf. You could use this with Toxin to get some Toxin value as well. That's why we have the Hood in here. Silver Sable, we're also using this to be able to afflict our opponent's cards in their deck, their next top deck with -2 power, giving Silver Sable value. If you bounce her, you can get her to a 1/5, you can get her to a 1/7. If you play the cards, like your opponent plays the cards, she's a 1/5 the first time, she's a 1/7 the second time, she's a 1/9 the third time, so you're just getting just exponential value, especially if they're forced to play the card, which is really good with Silver Sable. It's a great balance card in this list. We have Nico to be able to even get copies of those original cards too, or maybe even a copy of Toxin, maybe even a copy of our Beast, copy of the Werewolf. A bunch of different options with the spells. Nico to kind of get a couple ins and out, turning cards into demons. If they do turn into a demon, their on reveal goes off, but it does not move Werewolf because the after effect of that card turning into a demon, it takes away the on reveal finishing itself. So Werewolf does not move over to that, so keep that in mind. We have Toxin, the brand new Series 5 card. You return your cards to your hand. Of course, it gets +2. Like I said, it's the Wolfsbane Beast interaction, kind of. Then we have Falcon. Falcon returns your 1-cost cards into your hand. You only have 3 1-cost cards, but you can also do this for getting your demons off the board. Maybe you're playing against Destroy, against some Killmonger kind of situation. That's why I know why we have Falcon in here. Maybe you could do a Cape Bishop instead if you were looking for those more on reveals. It's another on reveal card for our Werewolf. And most of the cards in this list are going to be on reveals. So your Werewolf is going to be jumping over to that side of the board wherever that on reveal just went off. So that's why we have Werewolf in this list. And I wanted it to be a little bit different than just like the Hitmonkey kind of stuff. They kind of have to just guess where Werewolf's going to end up. Then, of course, we have Viper. It can send the Void over. It can send the Hood over. It's an on reveal, which then Werewolf moves over to that lane. Maybe you don't have the Annihilus, so you Viper over a Hood early, and then you get Viper back into your hand with a Toxin to be able to Viper over the Void a little bit later in case you don't have the other stuff. It's kind of what I was thinking potentially you could do with Viper, or if you're just trying to immediately clog your opponent. And then we have Beast. Beast, of course, is bouncing these cards back into your hand, reducing the cost of these cards. If they're 1-drops, they're going to cost 0 on the next turn. Of course, it's only a singular turn. It's not till the end of the game. So you just got to keep that in mind. And then, of course, we have Shang-Chi in this list. Shang-Chi is just another one of those counter tech cards. We're going to have a lot of cards going really vertical right now. People are going to be having big Hitmonkeys. People are already slamming down a bunch of Black Panthers still. There's still a lot of Scar going on, Shuri things. So you're using this to kind of keep those in line, and it's another on reveal, of course, for your Werewolf. Sentry, of course, goes with Annihilus, so you can send the Void over. If you don't have the Annihilus, of course, you have your Cersei, you have your Viper, you have your Toxin potentially too for the Void. It's another honor field that goes with Werewolf, and like I said, Annihilus sends over anything that has less than 0 power, so it sends over the Hood, it sends over the Void. Those are the main two options you're going to have in case you don't have, of course, the Viper, or you don't have a Cersei kind of thing. Annie just is another honor reveal that's also great for Toxin. Cersei, of course, can turn your Void into a 5-cost card because it always changes that. And then maybe if you don't have the right tools to be able to go vertical, you use Cersei on your mid-range cards to be able to get them up another cost. Of course, it's RNG there, but you can kind of, like, your opponent doesn't necessarily know what Cersei stuff's going to turn into, so having to calculate that is always a very interesting situation for him, and that's going to be the top end of this list. Like I was saying, if you don't have a Cersei, if you don't have a Nihilus, you still probably should use the Viper. You have the Toxin options. You may just want to go your typical bounce list. You might want to go that way instead of this toxic version, or maybe you want to do like an Goliath kind of top end, maybe a destroy, maybe you're playing Carnage into some of these to destroy those cards. Those are like the main substitutes. I would say there's nothing really specific that you can kind of alter for those. And then if you don't have Werewolf, I mean, you could probably do, I would just say do the Hit Monkey stuff. Werewolf will be in Spotlights in 2 weeks, so you could wait up for Werewolf for some crazy stuff like this. But anyway, we're going to jump right into some live gameplay, and then I will see you guys at the end of the video. All right, we're in our first game over here. We do have Nico in our starting hand, which is nice. We can get some of those spells going on. Change location. Not necessarily what we need. We also do have Beast to bounce. I'm going to go ahead and throw Sable out here. See if we can get some good Sable value. They also Sable me, of course. So it's just going to be all sorts of Sable things today. If it hits a Hood, though, honestly, I'd love for it to hit a Hood. So then it's even more things for us to send over. Annihilus, not that great. I will be honest. Not that great. I could do this into Rock Slide, and then I can do Beast things, which can work for us. I don't hate what we're working with. This could be fun. I'm guessing we're playing against some bounce stuff. I'm guessing it's about to be bounce things. There's Bishop. Okay. You guys send more rocks into their deck. I'm going to be able to Beast this back. This is pretty good for us. I go ahead and I Beast these back. I have Annie and Cersei things to get some value there. My first Nico spell was change location, and it was just time 2, so I just missed another spell. So the question is, what are we going to get as our 4th spell? This card's going to get big, but I do have Chi, and Chi's going to be able to kind of offset this or potential Hit Monkey things, which is good to keep in mind. They Nico Rocket. Okay. It's a Beast. Oh, no, they have Toxin. Okay. Good Toxin value. So then I go Sable, Nico, and then I hit Falcon. And then I have Cersei things that I'll need to keep in mind. So this is going to be really interesting to see how we can kind of get this to work. We are going to draw 2 more cards. 2 more cards can be in our hand. So we are going to be full hand, not necessarily clogged hand, but like a bunch of our cards going into turn 5. So we're setting up things a little bit differently than normal. Let's see what all we can mess around with here. Yeah, see. That is going to be a big Bishop. Another Rocket into the Falcon. They missed both Rockets, which is good. They Nico into Quake. Okay. They draw 2 cards. So we can go out of our way to potentially nuke the Bishop here, which might be what we do potentially. Kind of just depends. We get Hood, and we get Viper. So if I go Nico, Sable, Hood, Annie. Or I don't need to give Sable the power. Let me go this, that, and that. There's the rocket. Another rocket. Beast up the Nico. Angela. Sable. Into Hit Monkey. Oh, they slammed. Okay. We still have another turn. We still have another turn here. So I can win this. I win right. I Viper, then I Chi. This is 7. Plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. Is that enough there? No. But if I go Chi here... Yeah, I need to do some math. So... If I go Chi... Go Demon into... Chi Viper. 7 plus 10 is 17. They're at 21 still. Whereas if I just do this, I don't think they get enough power to win here on the left. So if this is 12, they have to get more than 12 power here. They haven't played a demon yet either, so I think that's our safest option actually. Yeah, they're clogged up. They can't do anything there. They can't do anything. And that was just the waiting game. That literally was just the waiting game. They slammed everything on 5. All right, this is going to be really interesting for us with Mount Vesuvius. We're going to really have to think about, are we going to have the right options going into turn 6 for us to stay in this game? So knowing when to snap, knowing when to retreat, we got to kind of keep all this in mind. Deep space, I can just go ahead and Falcon, Sable back. So I don't have to worry about deep space. Madam Web. Monster Island. We got a bunch of crazy stuff going on here. Okay. So I'm going to go Sable into Toxin, and then I'm going to have Werewolf to be able to go into a couple different situations here. We can play Falcon middle, which is going to be good. But I don't know how I feel about what all we got going on here. I don't know how I feel about this. This is just an interesting location. I wonder if it's the storm thing. Probably not. Iron Fist, Dagger. Okay. So then I can do this. Werewolf's going to get bigger. Okay, Dagger's going to be pretty big. They what, Ghost Spider Dagger now? Yeah. They're going to have a big old dagger. And Aranya. So they move dagger over here, and then they cloak. If I do that into this, not a bad option here. This is already going to go back. They're not going to draw this card, so like Silver Sable is going to get to 9 power. Even if I do get hit with like a Cosmo or something, this still is not the worst for us. So it's going to be interesting going into the Vesuvius because I do have the Shang-Chi in my hand as well to hit the dagger, but I really wonder what all they're going to be able to... Right today, do they just play dagger right again? If they play dagger right and then they cloak left, I can use my chi, but okay. Vulture. Okay, big vulture. Heard. Toxin moves everything back. Then I beast everything back myself. I don't have priority. I don't have priority here. But I can go... So they can't move dagger. So if I go Sable... And then I Sentry here. The Void does not go there. And then I Toxin middle. That's the play. Sable into the Sentry because then the Void does not go to the right with the Werewolf. Werewolf's going to end with 1, 2, 3... 14 power, so I can win there. And I want Werewolf to end up in the middle in case they play dagger there. They beast, dagger. Okay. So then now Werewolf moves to the right. Sentry goes off. No Void goes over. And then I Toxin middle, and I move Werewolf middle. Banger. There we go. We're in our next game over here. We probably could have snapped that last one because we had so many different ins and outs. This is going to be interesting. If I had a Falcon in my hand, I might go Sable Bar Sinister. I know that's crazy. I know that is crazy, but it could hit. It could have hit. I wonder if they do some like Sable onto Sinister things. Human Torch. Okay. So probably move things. Man, I wish we had a hood so I can Viper that over. Even a Falcon now into Beast things would be really, really good. Okay, so they're playing move. Okay. Oh, this is tricky. I mean, I think I play Beast in case I get Toxin. This is still not great for us. Like, really bad, actually. Okay, they're playing an interesting bounce. There's the Chi. There's Falcon. I kind of want to go crazy. I won't even lie. I kind of want to go crazy just for fun. Just for funsies. I don't think this is going to work. Like, I think this is pretty bad. But F it, we ball. And then I get my chi back. And then I have multiple Sables I can play. Think I get 3 and then I get 1 Toxin back. Get 1 Toxin back. They Sable me. They Sage. I go Sable. Or if I go Sable, Toxin, Falcon. Or what if I go Toxin, Sable. Trying to think about the math here. If I go Sable, Toxin, Sable. I think this is the play, actually. They cloak Vulture. Okay. And more Sable things. Whatever card they just played is about to get absolutely nuked again, too. I think we just have, like, some crazy stuff going on here, right? They move 2 Vultures, they get 12 power. Or, yeah, 12 plus 6 is 18. So it goes to 21. $27. Maybe I move this over, I have that. And then let's throw just a little bit extra power there on the right, maybe. Yeah, I was about to say, we have so much tempo. Maybe I should have probably snapped that. I don't know. I'm trying to just have some fun. I didn't think the Sable value was going to be that crazy, but it was. It was pretty crazy. All right, so we're starting this game off with nothing really to play the first 2 turns. I don't really want a tempo Falcon. It just doesn't make sense. We don't have really our stuff to like do a Nihilus or Cersei things with either. There's what we got. Now we got a little something. We got Hood for Viper things. This feels like we can get something going on. Madam Web. So we got more people playing move stuff. More little move situations over here. I'm going to go Sable into Falcon here. Do some Gamma things. I like this. I like this. This starting point feels pretty good now, actually. So I like what we got going on over here. Aranya, Ghost Spider, Iron Fist. Wow. They just don't expect me to have Shang-Chi, is what I'm hearing. I don't have Shang-Chi. So if I do get priority, this is going to be pretty good. I'm going to do this into that. Dagger. Dagger moves over. This seems pretty good. I could get better value if I do bounce that, but I like what we're working with here. If I can get priority for a Chi as well, this is really good. I don't have Chi in my hand, so this makes it a little tricky. They Legion. Okay, because they're just trying to fight for priority, is what it looks like. They are trying to fight for priority, but they are not gonna get the priority here. And if I can get Chi, I can just kill that right lane, which is good. Come on, send me a Chi! It's not Chi. So here's what we're gonna do. If I go Cersei and Sable here, they can move Dagger here, and then Heimdall. And I'm thinking that is our best bet, actually, is to turn Viper into a 4-cost card here. I know it's crazy. I know it's really, really crazy, but yeah, see, they don't have the sauce. They were fighting for priority with the Legion play. I probably could have snapped that into this next turn because Chi would have won the right lane. All right, another Malvushivius, bro. This is getting a little interesting. A little interesting over here. Hawkeye. Ooh, they're playing some good old bounce themselves. Good old bounce things. Oh, let's get Toxin to give me a hood back. And then I get Toxin back. I like this. They Falcon. So this is like OG bounce. OG bounce. And then I get a werewolf? Wait. I'm going to go ahead and get a demon and then another hood down here. I want to move the werewolf because I don't want to like Viper it over. I want to keep what we got going on. I like the snap here because we're starting off pretty early. Iceman hits Cersei, not the best. They get their own hood. So this is going to get really interesting now. Like, really, really interesting. I'm going to go... So, like, this, the Void still is -3. So, I like Sentry going away. Sentry going away is actually really good. And what do I get in here? And I get my Chi. The Chi out early. I don't really care, honestly. They Toxin. They Nico. And they Demon. So they go for a fill here. I have... Annie will send this over, and then Werewolf comes here. I don't want Werewolf to end over there, so I'm going to go ahead and Annie left. And then I still have a variety of things to mess around with here. They go to fill this every time. The thing is, if I were to go... Beast, Toxin. I do get the Chi back, and I still can mess around with this over here. I can get Falcon or Viper back. I think it's just Annie right, though. Okay, so they play Hawkeye there. They move their stuff back, and then they Iceman. So I just need a little bit of power on the left. I can finish a Werewolf left. If I just finish with werewolf left, I can win there. So if I go demon, sentry, just have the most power everywhere. They demon. They're going to win right. Can they win middle? They don't win right, actually. They actually don't win right. Wow. By 1. We trusted. We risked it early, but it paid dividends. It really paid dividends. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys stuck around to the very end, let me know down below, what are you guys most excited to play Toxin in? And definitely feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Until the next time, God bless. It's been real, and Tucker out.